Guys, another round of tattoo talk, tattoo questions, anything you've got, anything you want to ask, fire it away. Let's have it in the chat. We're going to rely on you guys tonight. Again, for keeping this stream going, firing them questions in, and everything else. Somebody asked me earlier in the chat, have we got a topic? I didn't have at that point, but I've had a quick think, and I've got some. We've probably all come across it. We've probably all had it said to us or anything, but hey, it is one of them things. We'll do that. But first off, who we got in that's called in today? We've got Danik in, our resident joker and wisecracker. He's Danik. Stream won't be same without him filling and taking the mick about me being old and stuff like that. Mara, how are you doing? Glad to see you here. Who else we got? Kenneth. Hope you're still here, Kenneth. Hope everything's going well. Mike from Georgia's in the house. We've got Amber. Mad Tattoos. How's it going, brother? How's your new machine? Hope everything was okay with the new machine. See whether you've got out and you've managed to transition across, or how are you transitioning across to using your first pen style machine, mate? Hope it's working out for you. Hope you're liking it. Hope it's a good move and you're not disappointed. Like I say, give it a little bit of chance. Hey, Peter Manilov, Scotland's in the house. Good lad. That's what we like to see. North of the border. We're all in there. So, that's my phone going off. So before I go, like I say, if you're new, give the stream a like. Just helps me out. New channel, YouTube, algorithms, that crap. Get a few more subscribers. If you're here, you're watching in the background or whatever, and you've not been before, I've got some other videos due coming out. Give the notifications, subscribe, notifications, don't cost you all. And that just does me a favour, just helps me out massively, and you don't get to miss out on anything. I have just videoed a tattoo I've done this week, well, I videoed two. Bought myself a new camera, and I was talking to Dave about it. Went cheap, get cheap. Yep, basically videoed a complete tattoo. When I look back at footage, junk. So that's all gone back. Got a new one now. Just on the first footage with it, I had a quick look. It's great. I did a cover up the other day. Guy got a 40-year-old tattoo. I did a Rottweiler cover up over it. And I've videoed that, so I'll cut that down and we'll get that up at some point. I've got this stream left today, Sundays hopefully, then that's it. I'm away for 10 days off on holiday, so I'll be thinking about you. Not, but then we'll be back. Hopefully Dave maybe well enough for backup and doing some live streams. I know he was back tattooing as from today. He's done a live stream as today, but he did mention in it that he didn't want to put his face on for a live Q&A stream because something about that Alicia, his wife, had shown him how much it was to pay his debt of steak and lobster to her in Texas, and he was horrified about it, and the look still stuck on his face, so he won't be putting that on camera for a while. But we wish him a speedy recovery. And anyway, it's post-op. He's had some sinus work done, but we wish him a speedy recovery and hope to see him back on the live soon. Now, with all that crap out of the way, shall we say, so let's get on about subject. So, as either a tattoo artist, and I'm assuming most of you have got tattoos or aspiring tattoo artists, how many times have you come across comments, remarks people going, I don't like tattoos. Tattoos look ugly. If you were meant to have tattoos and skin were meant to have tattoos, and that you'd be born with them, or you get somebody, your tattoos offend me, they're offensive, and it's a case of, excuse me, you staring at my tattoos, your face looking at my tattoos offends me. It should carry a government health warning. And that. So how many of you come across that? Because I have all the time. And they go, oh, you know, you're defacing people's skin. It's just like graffiti. Get a proper job. And it's a very, very divided line. Excuse me. Even though, shall we say, tattoos are more socially acceptable nowadays, there's still that line. Somewhere along there's still that line where people are still offended. I like this one. Amber. Well, I've come across it. My mother hated tattoos. Amber, I feel your pain, because for the simple reason is my mum did not like tattoos. My grandma did not like tattoos. My granddad, he had 2 tattoos, one each forearm. He was in the Navy. And I always remember him, it was somewhere out in East, I don't know if it was India, Burma or whatever. He'd got 2 tattoos done. Side at street or whatever it was, one with an eagle, one with an anchor, and they were wrecked. They were wrecked on his arm. As tattoo standards go, they were wrecked on his arm. But I thought they were as cool as food. But grandma hated them, my mum hated them, this, that, and other. And right up until not so long ago, really, it's only she started coming round to them. This, that, and other. Since I was doing it, didn't like tattoos, but I ended up becoming a tattoo artist. But it's just one of them things. But going back to it, there's a massive divide on it. Now, I always found that there was like 3 categories. It's people that like tattoos, want tattoos, get tattoos. Cool, no problem. They're the people that we deal with tattoo. They're your clients, they're your prospective clients, they're your bread and butter, they're your money and everything. Then you've got people that like tattoos and really like them and like how they look, but wouldn't have one, but they actually like them. So it's that's fair enough. And then you've got the other side of the line, the proper haters, the flat earthers, that think you're spawn of the devil because you've got tattoos on you, and that. And the proper hate, no matter what, they will hate and more hate on them. And they're the ones that they'll come up to you. But, your tattoos offend me. I don't like looking at your tattoos. Well, shut your eyes and go that way. I mean, I could think of a lot stronger words, but it's like, jog on. You're just offending me. Shut up. Do them. And that. And it's a massive, and like I said, our hope particularly would just come to me. I mean, Danica said what we're talking about. I ain't got a clue, and it just come to me. I thought, this is going to be a mad topic because everybody's come across it. And like we say, Kenneth, tattoo Karens, that's it. I thought they were just limited to Facebook, but no. Before Facebook, I think they originated on the tattoo scene. Mark, no one noticed my tattoos until I got my hand done. Now I notice loads of people staring. Yeah, they do. It's weird, Mark. It's just some it's like, piss off. I just don't need you staring at me. Hey, Jason's finally joined us. Think it's jealousy. I don't know, man, about jealousy. I just think they're proper haters. I just think they are proper haters, flat earthers. No matter what we do, they'll not like them. like I said, there is that massive divide, them 3 categories, that massive divide, and I always think there will be. And I just think it's something for them to moan about. But if you don't like them, that's fine. I've got no qualms. People are allowed to like or whatever they want, but just keep your opinions to yourself. I don't want to hear you. It's my body, my skin. I think skin's pretty boring as it stands, and I've decided to decorate it. Just like if you move into a new house and you go into one of the rooms and you don't like it and you think it's boring and it's plain, quite simple, you will decorate it, and that's all I've done, and that's all we do. Damn it, what we got. My dad used to be against tattoos because in the days only prisoners, bikers had some. Yeah, now my dad has 2 sleeves of my kids. Yeah, it's quite right. That's where it all stems from, I think. And it's one of them. They're still associating with bikers, criminals, gangs, and I still get it to this day. People are so nervous about coming to a tattoo studio because they think they've still got that impression. Even in 2023, they've still got that impression that they're going to be rough, ready. And the only thing that's rough, Danik, in my shop is my face. Yes, I will say it before you do, but they think it's going to be rough, ready, full of bikers, drug addicts, and everything. And it's not. It's come such a long way. Now it's just equivalent to going to like an hairdresser's or a nail salon, having your eyelashes done, because there's so many people at it and having it done. It's had to come that way around. You know the way, because if you didn't, your clientele would come to you and they would go to the shop that did have it that way. Yeah, I've seen this one and I've had this one so many times. The best one is, how are you going to look when you're old? I am old, I'm covered still. Still in it. Yeah, I'm a biker. Yeah, and I said to him, well, what are you going to look like when you're old? Me personally, I still think when I'm old and they're all shriveled and I've got to stretch my skin to have a look at them, I still think they're going to look as cool as. And when I get to of an age that I'm really old, a few more years than I am now, when I get to I'm really old, I won't care anyway, because I'll be sat in the corner rocking backwards and forwards, dribbling. I won't know where I am. So if I don't know where I am, I'm not going to be bothered about what anybody else thinks. But yeah, that's a favourite one. What are you going to look like when you're older? Don't care. They still look cool to me. They look cool. It's part of me. It's part of my story. It's part of my life. And that's it. Amber. What have we got on Amber? Oh. My mouse has just shit the bed. I wanted to be a tattoo artist since I was 18, but my mother wouldn't hear of it. She was dead against her young daughter getting involved with that biker world. Lol. Yeah, do you know something, Amber? I can totally agree with what you're thinking there and what you were thinking, because like I've just said, that's how people saw it. Biker, drugs, this, that, other, and it's a hard stigma to break. And again, as I say, 2023, they still think it's associated with all that, and I don't know why. But as I say, you go into a lot of these studios, they're really plush, they're really nice, they're really laid back, and this, that, and another, just to make a client. And they're really homely, just to make a client feel at home. Now, don't get me wrong, there is some studios, and I've had people in from studios that have gone, no, I won't go back to that one, they didn't talk to me. It was really quiet. They spent all time talking to artists next to them and not to me, and they just felt uncomfy. But a lot of them aren't like that. A lot of them are modern. I mean, yeah, the tattoo community are some of the most genuine people I've met. Kenneth, they are. But what I will say is some tattoo artists, around the world are self-sanctimonious pricks. That they are so far stuck up their own backside and they rank the send so highly because they've got high media coverage, or they've got high social media status and clientele, that they wouldn't give you a spit off the shoe. And along with that, a lot of tattoo artists forget where they've come from. We all started scratching at home, in a basement, tattooing mates, turning crap out and working his way through. That now you've become to being able to make, and we've all got to varying levels of a tattooing career, but you're making a living out of it. That now they think it should be the most guarded secret going is how to learn to tattoo. That it's like the holy grail is learning to tattoo, and I've got it, and I shouldn't teach you it. Oh my God, I am the devil. I am Satan, the spawn of Satan, for actually coming on here and trying to help people. But no, all this information is free. It's totally available with internet now. We're just here to help. And I know, like I said, Dave helps, and he's got videos out. And like we said, we're just 2 hour average tattoo artists. Enjoy tattooing. Don't come here thinking you're gonna find any super duper tattoo, high ranking tattoo, world class leading tattoo artists, because we've both said nope. Just an everyday, run of the mill, make a living out of it, but are willing to share what we know and try and help you along. Jason, hey Jason, what we got? Damn, you're late. I thought you were outdoor dashing, Jason. I thought you'd be across at some point. What we got here, Mike? It's an art. Tattooing has been around for years. The people who don't understand, they're by the people who don't understand why you have tattoos on you. Every tattoo has a message, memory, or meaning. Just saying, yes, it does. Tattoos have a message, memory, saying in different ways. Some people will not get a tattoo on them unless it has a meaning, or has a message, or means something to them. I am not like that. Never have been like that. I am somebody that if I like it, like the art or whatever thing, I will have it on me. But then to me, then that becomes a message or a part of your life and a reminder of you had it on, when you had it on, this, that, and other. So then that becomes a memory to you. It doesn't have to be a memory or commemorate anybody else, but just as I do it and I get them on, that becomes my memory. That becomes my thing. Mara, people don't like the sound of their own voices. Is that me included, buddy? We're being on here because that's what it sounds like sometimes. You know, when I'm talking to a camera, it just sounds like I'm talking to myself just for the sake of liking my own voice. It's only for the reason that you guys are in chat and that I know I'm actually not talking to myself. I'm going stir crazy. Jason, what we're talking about lovers, haters, and then you've got the people that sit on the fence that like tattoos but won't have one done. And again, the stigma of tattoos, tattoo shops, going in a tattoo shop and they're thinking it's all to do with bikers, prisons, this, that, and other. And then people facing you up in public, your tattoos offend me, or as a tattoo artist, don't you feel responsible for dirtying somebody's body up and marking them up and scarring them for life? This, that, and other. Well, actually, no, they're 18, they're adults, they've come and made their own choice. I'm just trying to give them the best I can so that they don't end up with some crap on them. What's that one? Mark tattoos in the late 1800s. Tattoos were reserved for the wealthy, right? Queen Victoria is meant to have had one. That's interesting. I tell you what, that'd be worth some research. If we could ever find a picture of anybody find a picture of Queen Victoria's tattoo, that'd be cool. That would be cool. That'd be cool to get up. What's this? Thinks my wife looks trashy with them. Oh, I missed one, Jason. Here we go. Start here. My wife's aunt hates tattoos. If that's what we are talking about, yes, it is. And I guess this is the second part of it, Jason. Thinks your wife looks trashy with them. But it's like I say, this is what I was saying. You've got the haters. You've got the people that don't understand, and it's like, look, my body, my skin. I'm an adult here. Look, jog on. That way. Exit right. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear your opinions because your opinions don't bother me. See you later. But that's how I am. It's like your opinions seriously don't bother me. I don't want to hear them. Get out. Go away. Jog on. What we got here is from Danik. In 2 years, Andy will go, how the fuck did I get these tattoos? Yeah, I can do that now sometimes, actually, Danik. Have you not ever? And I'm showing you guys who've got tattoos. Have you not ever, because they've become part and you've had them on you for that long, just basically forgot about them one day, just one random day, like the beach, shower, bath, or you'd be doing something, you look down, you think, oh, fucking hell, yeah, I still have got that tattoo. I forgot I got it just because they're there every day and you forget about it. That way around. I do it regular, even down to hand tattoos and that. I don't notice that. I know that I've got them, but I don't notice that I've got them. I don't sit there and it's like I just don't notice that I've got them. It's just becomes part of you. It's just an extension of you, expression of you. Wow, you were brave, Mike. I got my first tattoo in a biker bar. Yeah, I hope it wasn't for losing a bet or something like that in there, or for doing something that you shouldn't have been doing in a biker bar. They could have tattooed out on you there, Mike, and I don't think you'd have been complaining about it. What's this? My mum got me mine so long as I paid for hers. Good way about it. Good way about it. Your mum raised you well. Cool. What we got? Everyone in my shop is a great person to work with. We support each other. Even the tattoo friends I've made through the podcast, I take part in. Are great people. They generally are, Amber. Generally, the majority of people that are on, say like this, a social platform, or willing to put themselves out there, or in a tattoo studio and get along, will be okay with you. It's just the ones that either don't like putting themselves out there or want to keep the shop to themselves and keep everything a closely guarded secret, then they're the ones that are really going to hate on you and hate on everybody else for trying to do it or trying to help out. And that it's they're the ones that are usually the worst, shall we say. I agree with though this community is most people I deal with when it comes to tattoos. Well, that's fine, Jason. I know we message backwards and forwards via Instagram. Obviously on here you're in, we appreciate it, help you out, see what we can do. And that's what it's all about. If we can help, we can help. If you, like we say, if you can take a little bit of information away from it and use it, all well and good. If not, and you just like being here for the chat, the banter, and ripping the piss out of me, all well and good. It's all entertainment. And that's what it's all about. Learn, be happy about it, help each other. I'm not going to know everything. Somebody else maybe knows something in the chat, but they can help you out. And all's good. Wes, how you doing, Wes? Glad you could make it, mate. Nice to see you. My ex didn't like women with a lot of tattoos either. It's one of the many reasons he's my ex. Well, funny as you should say that, Amber. Well, just on today, I had a girl, I was tattooing a girl in the studio a while back. And she come in for the first tattoo. She come in with a mug. No problem. Second tattoo, she booked in for a big one. It covered all an arm, round the back, onto a collarbone, and everything. It was like 5-6 hours. Mum said she'd come with her, and on the day, Mum didn't come with her. Boyfriend come with her. And we were there about 6.5 hours in the studio. And in the 6.5 hours, the boyfriend sat in the corner playing pool on his phone and only really spoke to her for 30 minutes out of all that time. I mean, I were talking to her, this, that, and other, no problem. And when I was done, I actually come out and she went to my sister, wife, I says, he's in. he's in for it. He's getting a right ear bashing him, when he goes out. Says he's hardly spoken to her. So lo and behold, did she come in a couple of months later, and I went, oof, so where's boyfriend? She says, no boyfriend in tow. She went, no. When I got outside shop, she says, I've binned him when I got outside shop because she's a fat lot of you or talked to me for 30 minutes you spent on your phone. And he turned around and says, well, I didn't like the tattoo you were getting anyway. So she went, right, poof, see you later, binned him there and then outside shop. So, yeah, it's just shows you. Mad, what's it? Queen Victoria's husband had a Chinese dragon tattoo on his forearm. Oh, look, we're getting some history. We're getting some, we're learning now. This is what it's all about. We're learning every day. This is cool. I'll have to do some looking up at this, actually. See if I can find it. See if I can find any pictures for another one. That'll be cool, find out. I knew it. Just had to be something, didn't it, Danik? Mike, you got your first tattoo in a biker bar. Andy got mine. Yeah, I got mine in a saloon. Yes, I parked the horse outside. Just tied it up. I had to check my 6-shooters at the door, though. I had to put them at the door. I wasn't allowed to go in just in case I didn't like the tattoo. I had to hand them over at the bar. I wasn't allowed to walk around with my 6-shooter. Sat down, couple of shots of whiskey, got myself a tattoo, back out, jumped on my horse and put my hat on, and that was it. Rode into sunset, just like the cowboy I am. What else? Where's my wife said she would never have tattoos and got her first at the age of 48 done by me and hasn't stopped. She's up to 32 tattoos in just 3 weeks. Where's right? Do you know something? My wife are the same. She's through there, and up until a couple of years ago, no tattoos. And then all of a sudden, she said she'd have one, and it was a commemorative piece on the back. So I've done that, and now she's had a few. She's not covered in them. She's not got 32, but she's had a few, and that is something that I did not think I would see. But she has, and then every so often it pops up, and she has another one put on, this, that, and other. But yeah, I can totally believe that. Sometimes it just takes a long time, and I'll be honest, most of my clientele is probably mid-30s to late 50s. Is most of my clientele, and that they're in that age range. What's that? Where's got a big enough cup of coffee? Yeah, what it is, look, it's an 8-hour cup. It won't last me 8 hours. It won't last me 2. Be looking for last day, but that's cool. 2 hands round it, hand warmer, big ass cup. Love it. Only problem is bladder doesn't. Mike, what I said the other day, need to lubricate my chair. No, just keep doing that, just to annoy you. It's just to annoy you. And just to let you know that I'm here. Just spinning round. Spin me round like a record player. What we got? Those gatekeepers are usually the old heads that are already pissed that tattoo industry is getting too modern for them to keep up to. Cheers, Amber. You having a dig? Is it your turn now? You're not just happy that Danik's having a dig about the age you're having, but yes and no. There is some younger end, again, like I say, sometimes that got a higher social media standing and more of a higher class artist, or shall we say, for want of a better word, that can get pissy about it. They don't like it, but they do forget where they come from. They just want to hold the secrets close to the chest, and they don't think, but there's enough work out there for everybody. All different shapes, sizes, styles, or whatever. There's enough work out there for everybody. This one's a good one. I definitely tattoo more women than men. I wish my wife would get one, but she's a bit scared. She's slowly coming around to the idea. Mark, look, my wife would say she won't get tattooed without numbing cream. And she loves it. And you are definitely right. There's more women than men. I would say my clientele, 90% of my clientele is female. A lot of tattoo artists that I talk to will say that 90%, 80 to 90% of their clientele is female, to the point that if women was banned from getting tattoos or stopped getting tattoos overnight, I would say 90% of tattoo shops would have to go out of business. You wouldn't be able to afford to keep running, because just on a daily basis, like today, I've had 2 through today, tattooing, both female. I've had bookings, they've come in and booked in, female. Inquiries, female. I've had two males in today, and I think in total either 5 or 6 females in. So that just shows you about the ratio. That's my kind of cup of coffee. It's mine. I do with a bigger one. Do one like that. Maybe just get a big massive straw. Brandon, how you doing, buddy? Hello, Andy. Just ordered my Ambition Torch machine. Can't wait to try it out. Love mine. I had a kid reach out to me. His subscriber reach out to me. Silly Sav, he's ordered one. Just having a couple of little problems and didn't know whether stuff were right. Hit me up, went through it. Everything was kosher, everything was good. And that showed him mine and his what. Right, just showed him a couple of little tricks with it. He's stoked. So he's running on his. I hope you like it anyway, Brandon. Like I said, I use mine every day, to the point that my machine that I used every day for 3.5 years, I haven't touched it since. My backup machine, which is the same as one I used for 3.5 years, that's in draw. And that's only in 3.5 years. My actual backup machine has probably only run 3 to 6 hours, to the point I don't need it now. I'm just going to put it back in its box, get it all clean, put it back in its box with its batteries and sell it. That's a direct drive with 2 proprietary batteries, 3.5mm stroke. Batteries on that thing, the other machine, you get 12, 14 hours out of a battery, each battery on them. And that, but yeah, I think I'll get shot of one of them and probably may even just bite the bullet and maybe buy another Tops. Although I am debating whether to just for shits and giggles buy the Bishop wand knockoff that people have been getting and rating really highly, because they're less than 36 British pounds, so it's probably $48, and everybody's rating them to the point that I think Tyler had done a review on it up against his Bishop wand, and he actually says, I think if I quote him correctly, he actually says he preferred it. It were designed better and preferred it. It was just now a case of longevity test. What's this? The cup of coffee is normal. And it's just got small hands. Even if he goes for a piss, he thinks it's used. Yeah, so I just hold it with 2 hands. That's why I hold everything with 2 hands, Danny. What's this? What's got my first hate message from my own brother? Why would your own brother hate message you? Does he not like you, Jason? Oh, we've got another message here. What's here? He had surgery on his collarbone. I'm mad at me because I won't tattoo that area. Well, right. So you've done right. It needs to settle. Secondly, the scar tissue, ideally, scar tissue needs to hold for 2 years. It's not fully settled. So I've been led to believe, and I've been told by doctors, other tattoo artists and everything, or whatever, the scar tissue doesn't fully subside, fully heal, and fully settle for 2 years. So what happens is, if he's got a scar here, say on his collarbone, and you put it in after 6 months, and you're putting lines through it, God, I can't even see camera, you're putting lines through it, like that, what can happen is, the scar, as it's settling, can still shift around, shrink and everything. So instead of your straight lines, what they do is they move over, they'll look all jacked and everything. Best thing you can do if you want to speed stuff up bio oil, start rubbing bio oil in it. It does speed things up a little bit, but usually, generally, the rule of thumb is any scar under 2-year-old, don't tattoo it. I don't, always stuck by that rule. And even at 2-year-old, some scars will come in and they're still pink, very pink and very angry looking. And even at 2-year-old, when they're like that, no, I'm not, wouldn't tattoo it. So you've done right, whether he wants to be pissed at you or not, mate, and that you've done right in my eyes. So let him be pissed as much as he wants, but you're just staying true to form, and that's a good thing. Do not get bullied, like one of the other streams, do not get bullied into something that you don't want to do. Damn it, you're a dickhead. 90% of your clients are female, thought English women were smart. Yeah, but to say, what can I say? It must be these chiseled modelling looks that they come for. You know what I mean? And when I say chiseled, yeah, they look like stone, old stone, weathered stone. Yep, totally agree. Amber, it's just funny how people get mad at you for doing the right thing. They're pissed because you won't do what they want you to do because it's wrong and you shouldn't be doing it. So at the end of the day, like I said, just don't do it. At least then you know in your mind and your heart, you've done the right thing. You can hold your head up, whether they want to be pissy with you or whatever, you can hold your head up. You've got a clear conscience. It's like taking a tattoo on that you don't want to do and then doing it, or doing a tattoo that a client wants that you know that the details are too close together, it's not going to hold up, blah, 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 this and other. Rather than get yourself into that predicament where you're going to get a load of grief after, hold your head up and say, it's not for me. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting involved. Let somebody else take it on. Just, that's the best thing to do. If in doubt, walk away. And that. What we got, Danik. You should buy the FK knockoff instead. It's a bit more expensive, but maybe you could do a review on it. I've not seen it, Danik. So I'll tell you what, mate, Danny, send us a link on my Instagram to it. Let me have a look at it. I'll be interested to have a look at that. I probably have seen it, but I just can't picture it, mate, in my head. But send me a link on my Insta and I'll have a look at it. Again, there's 15 of you. If you give it thumbs up, like, also if you're new, you're looking at background, joint chat, it's all friendly good, it's all friendly, everybody's okay. If you're new to the channel and you've only just found it, press subscribe, thumbs up on bell, it just helps me out, new channel. Backer, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I wish I could reply to Amazon review. People are saying it started it up and it was running rough. I just wanted to say, yeah, as soon as you're a little bit up, Backer, take it out, and on that little bulb, on end of your plunger, put a big blob of lube on it, put it back in, and that it's just simple. You take your motor out and you see it's not lubed up, so it's just got that little bit of extra space to rattle about in. It's nothing special, it's not rocket science or out like that, but people are quick to hate and jump on it. But it's so simple. I've no problem. Again, like when Silisab messaged me, I said, have you put some lube on the ends of the plunger? He said, I put a little bit. I said, we'll put a little bit more on it. And I said, you'll find it'll settle in and it'll work its way in a lot better. And the machine's so easy to dismantle and clean out. It's beyond a joke how simple it is to use, is this machine. NJ, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Everybody saying to NJ, everyone's well, I'm well. Been a ballistic week in shop. Of course, as I say, we've closed on Saturday and then we reopen again on the 16th because I'm away. So loads of tattoos. Today's been crazy with people. It's supposed to be a quieter today. But it's been crazy busy. Well, I had a bit of time at shop on my own. Tomorrow's a full day. Saturday's a busy day. We usually close at 3, but we're open until 5. So things are just crazy busy. Already taking bookings into June, but yep, it's everything's good and all well. Anonymous, how you doing, my mate? Anonymous, don't forget to lube your plungers. Oh yeah, your plunger's got to be lubed. Plenty of lube on that plunger, mate. Makes it easier. But yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen the talks on Amazon, and I've just, from where I bought it from, and I know you can get it directly off Ambition, and that. Although I will be right, guys. I sent an email to Ambition, and I says to him, look, done a bit of a review, YouTube channel, please go check it out. Feel free to use it if you want. Any chance of helping people out, maybe chucking them a little bit of a discount, this, that, and other. And I know that was straight to Ambition. And basically got nice video, thanks, and that was it. So I tried to see if I could get you a little bit more off it. Wasn't happening. But hey, it is cheap enough as it goes. Can it? Yeah, send it out. Send it after stream or whatever, mate. Yeah, send it anytime. I'll have a look at it. Oof. NJ, not been able to sit down for the past 5 days, got sciatica playing football by the time I retired. You know something, NJ? That's why I ended up, not because we play football, but that was why I ended up tattooing full time. Had a bit of an accident, put me back out at work. Because I was working tattooing part-time, construction part-time, put me back out. Got it better a little bit. And because I enjoyed construction, went back to construction too quick. And then it went again inside of a week. And for 3 months, I was flat out. Smashed on painkillers, totally out of the tree, 24/7. And to a point I couldn't work, couldn't do anything. And that's why I then got pushed into getting my own studio, finally, after however many years of part-time tattooing in another studio. And to be fair, best thing I ever did. It would have been, when we first opened it, we thought, you go into it thinking everybody's going to come across from where you didn't, and it initially peaked, then plateaued right down. And I thought, oh shit, there we go. We're going to struggle. But then as time goes on, it starts to peak. And I know over here they usually say that 5 years for a business to fully sustain it, fully establish itself and fully sustain itself. We were pretty lucky. It was holding its own inside of 12 months. But with the 5-year plan, yes, I can understand it. After 5 years, it will be fully rocking, no problem. What we got here, back at. So, you ever put skin tone ink round a blowout to make it disappear, to do rejuvenation? Yes, I have. Probably doesn't fully disappear, Backer. It masks it. Although I do have a pigment, and it's made by world famous, and oh my God, is it a great skin tone? Does it smash out black? Yes, to 90% of it. It is great. So I do edge off with that. It is. I have gone round and edged off blowouts using a skin tone. I haven't slept, so I put tattoos off for a week. Feel like crap. On the plus side, about 2 Ambition machines with 2 power supplies buzzing. We're letting you know how they feel. Yeah, let us know, mate. Let us know. It's I'm just seeing one here. Where are we? Max, how long have I had my shop for? I've had my own shop, Max, since 2019. So that'll have made me 46 46, when I opened my sole own shop. Kids were growing up, well, uni, other one had left, got grandkids. And that, so time was right. I got no financial dependence, didn't owe anybody anything other than a bit of mortgage and my utilities. So if time were ever right, it was that time. So we just splurged out. What I didn't bank on, or we didn't bank on when we got the shop, because we rented off the local council, what we didn't bank on was how much it was going to cost to kit the shop out, get all the licenses, get all the permits and everything. And that, so that didn't, and the rest of the machinery and stocking everything up. So that was quite a chunk, along with the decorations and everything. CCTV systems, dual printers, reception areas, everything that went with it. That did cost a pretty packet. But we was fortunate we didn't have to, shall we say, borrow off anybody. It was just our own money that we put in, that we're clawing back out slowly. And other than that, everything's been good. Just take it slowly, steady away, just enjoying life now. And we've added to it as we're going along, to a point that now I've got the piercing in, which my daughter does the piercing. We have tattoo laser removal, which my wife, my daughter and myself are both medically trained for that, qualified. We've just got 2 different machines in to remove the tattoos. Wife and my daughter have also just now medically qualified to do the IPL permanent hair removal. So we have that in there. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, which makes it a good full entity, to be fair. And it's been great. And you don't mind going to work. It's chilled out. It's laid back. It's like going from home to home. We walk to work because it's literally from our house to a shop. It's only 500 yards. Literally a 5-minute walk. Hey up, Jeremy, how you doing, buddy? Glad you can make it. Anonymous, love those machines. I guess you're on about the torps, mate. Wes, cool. Where are you? It's not going up on screen. I'm getting repeat clients and some new ones. Bang on, mate. That's how it goes. You start getting repeats. You start getting new clients. And even your repeat clients, they'll come. You might not heard out from them for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and all of a sudden they come back, they decide they want another tattoo, they'll come back, they'll come to you. And as long as you've got that laid back, welcoming, the biggest advice I can give you at shop is a welcoming feeling. Be chatty, be friendly, make them feel that, even if it's just like, oh, do you want a drink, this, that, and other, it's just make them feel like that. And then they've got that friendly atmosphere, homely-like atmosphere, sort of like on a pally basis, but without getting too pally. And they'll come back, they all come back, and it's great when they're like that. I mean, to the point now, I mean, we've got clients, they'll walk in shop, we'll be sat there and they'll go, I know, they'll walk straight past us, walk in the kitchen, go make their own drink, ask us if we want a cup, and make us a drink, come back out, and then either start discussing the tattoo, or they've just popped in to see you, or they're ready for their other tattoo. And down to the point, we've got some of them that when they're done, they take the cups in the kitchen and they wash it up as well. It's great, and that's what they really like about it. Yeah, Backer's got up here. Wes, do you have any IG page for your work? Look, you guys, you're all here. Anybody's IG page you want to get in touch, feel free, slap them in chat. Guys, look, go follow them. I know there's a kid in chat here, Mad Tattoos. He's in chat. He's got an IG page. I think it's Mad Tattoos. Go follow him. And that he's just working his way off a coil machine at last and getting him sent up to date with a pen style machine and that. So, but yeah, just drop your IGs in. Anybody that wants some following and that, we can follow along. Obviously, he's not on yet. Ever got a client you tattooed to come back for later? Funny enough, no. We were on about this the other day, me and wife, done it, that she's never had to laser any work off that I've put on. You'd be a bit pissed, wouldn't you? You'd be a bit pissed if that were the case. Yeah, Matt, that's awesome. It's good to be able to look. I assume that's love, to love what you do every day. It is great because, like I say, you get up and it's not a case of, oh God, you know what I mean, I've got to go work for somebody else for X amount, or this, that, and other, or it's pissing it down, you're inside. You know that you're going, it's your place that you're going to. It's chilled out. You know, your clients that are coming in, generally they're going to be grilled because they want you to do something, and that. And it's just to lay back. And the other thing with tattooing, if you noticed, and I don't know whether you guys have noticed, your clients are more than happy to work around you. As long as you're not taking the piss out of them, they're quite happy to work around you. And as long as you've got some leeway with them, e.g., they don't mind having a couple of breaks, or if your back's getting a bit tight or all like that, we're just going to have 5 backs a bit tight. Yep, no problem. Or they'll go for a smoke break and that. And I also find that if you can keep your client laid back, relaxed, chatty, friendly atmosphere, totally chilled out, this, that, and other, the tattoo better. They just tattoo so much better because they're not on edge or anything like that. And we keep coming in, we'll go to them. It's like, you want a drink, teas, coffees, juice, water. Oh, it's all there. It'll all be brought to them while they're getting tattooed. So we just like to keep it like that. Raven Queen, how you doing? No, Doctor, you're late. It's like I say, we're here for as long as you guys are here, and you can sort of like keep chat going, wacky questions in, and so on and so forth, or just even talking in general downside. We're just whinging about tattoo lovers and haters and having your own shop and transitioning across and this, that, and other. So it's a general rant, questions, bring it on type thing, laid back. Clients, repeat clients, how to keep them chilled out. You're better off with a chilled out, friendly atmosphere in, and that. Yeah, Wes, definitely. And the more your client is relaxed, the better the tattoo goes. 100%, definitely. I have music playing on it background. I'll be tattooing. They'll be chatting, everything. All I do say to them is, look, I'll be talking to them. If at some point I go a little bit quiet, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just concentrating on it a little bit, but I will answer you when I've done. And like I say, have a laugh with them. Get them chilled out. No pressure. I don't work under a pressured atmosphere, e.g. that if I, like the other day, I did one the other day which was a covered up and I put a Rottweiler's head on it. I only had that lad booked in for the day. I didn't 100% know. I'd give him a fixed price for that. I didn't 100% know how long it was going to take me, because it's ages since I've done one. And I didn't want to feel pressured that I got another client in the afternoon. But then again, if I'd have finished it early and I'd have been free and somebody walked in shop and wanted a small one doing, I'd have done it. But I just didn't want to feel, and it's not fair on the client, me rushing through, trying to rush through that tattoo, not giving it 110%, because I know I've got another client in at 3 o'clock. It's just not fair. I don't work like that. I don't want to work like that. And you never produce great work when you're running to timetables and pressures, no matter what you do. No matter what you do. Excuse me, guys, while I just take another drink out of the bucket. What's this? Jason, I'm here I'm behind this time, Andy. You're behind? Jason? You're behind what? You're not hiding behind one of my walls, are you? Peeping outside? Yeah. I mean, Dan's got one of the tattoos. I always put some Pink Floyd on, which is fine. You'll find that most people listen to any old shite when they're getting tattooed. But I just usually have a decent radio station on, then it's a bit varied for them, and that's what I do. That way, just keeps them happy. Just keeps them happy, and I don't mind listening to radio stations, varied music all day long. But then, you ever had that? You're tattooing away, or you've been listening to radio, and you've got the same radio station on the shop day after day after day, that you subconsciously sort of like get to know what songs are coming on next on that radio station, and then you'll find that you're either humming or singing along a bit to songs, and client will go, "Oh, I didn't know you like this." Well, I don't really. It's just, but you know words. It's just because I've heard it that many times. You automatically bust out a few words to it, but it's it's all good. It's joys of having a laugh in shop. It is just joys of having a laugh in shop, and basically that's what we like to do. Wife's same, and that she does keep clients, and that. And it's great. It's just a great atmosphere, and it will be. And hopefully you guys that do move on, do eventually get your own shop, studio, whether it be private or on a high street, main street, and you accept walk-ins or anything like that, whether you guys, hope you guys keep it like that, because believe me, that's how your clients, just don't turn out in, just basically don't turn yourself into a lean, mean tattooing machine where it's just a process, boom, one in, one out, one in, one out, one in, one out, because at the end of the day, your clients ain't going to thank you for that atmosphere. They ain't. Yeah. I was waiting for it. Danny. Andy has no choice for his clients but to put the radio on. I don't think they would love a best of Bach or Chopin. It is Stravinsky. Is it Stravinsky? It's you know what I mean? Beethoven, mate. It's got to be Beethoven's. Is it what was it? Beethoven's Fifth Symphony or whatever it is. What we got here, NJ? I think this is where some artists make mistakes. No need to put pressure on ourselves rushing. Take our time, relax. Your customer, exactly. And that's what I found. That is the recipe we work on in our shop, and it works. And they just keep coming back, mate. Even to the point when they move out of the local catchment area or your local area, if they do move out, they will travel back in to see you, to get a tattoo. Because, as I've said before, I liken your tattoo artist to your hairdresser. You'll find a certain hairdresser that you're comfortable with, you will go time after time after time and again. You'll build that rapport up with them to the point that you can go in and it's like, to the point they'll go, yep, and they'll do it, and you'll just go, yeah, and they'll do it, and they're going to take care of you. Right up to that day, you'll go to your hairdressers and it's closed, and you're in a panic then. What do I do? Where do I go? I've got to start all over again. Tattoo artists are like that. Once your client's found a decent one that they like, they will just keep coming back and back and back until you either pack up or fuck up. And what's this, Jason? I have my first paying client coming up very soon. Taking my time with it, make sure it's as perfect as I can be. Exactly, 110%, Jason. Take your time with it. And if it's your first client, I don't care whether it's a $30, $50, because I know you're over pond, or an $80 tattoo. And if it takes you 4 hours or 5 hours and it's not really worked out dollars to hourly rate or anything like that, but it's come out bang on, then your job is done. They will come back, they will mention it further on, they'll mention it to other people, and that's how it works. It is one vicious circle. And I've done it loads of times. I've screwed up on price because I like to give people fixed price so they know where they stand. I've screwed up on price, but I've stood it. If I say to them it's like £150 and it's come in and I've done it and it's like, well, really, it should have been 250. I've stood it at 150. It's not their fault. They haven't screwed up on the price. It's my fault. I haven't worked the price out and pre-warned them properly. So why should the client have to suffer? No, I suffer. I will take it as a learning cost, but they're still happy that I've held on my end. I've done the work as I should have done. They will go out, they will pass it on, and they will still come back to you. It's not the client's fault. And that, just remember that. Always do right by them. But 9 times out of 10, I'm not saying always, but 9 times out of 10, I've found out that then your clients will do right by you, e.g. coming back to you, pass your name on, or whatever. I've just found it works well that way around. So, but yeah, Jason, if that's the case, you just take as long as it takes. Make sure it's bang on, and you'll be fine. Slow and steady will win the race. It will do, mate. Slow and steady will win the race every time, and it will always get you repeat custom. You'll and that is what, at this minute in time, that is what you're aiming for, repeat custom, because you've got to play the long game. You've definitely got to play the long game. Because at the end of the day, you've got to, this is going to be your livelihood. And if you want it to be a livelihood, you've got to think forward. You've got to think past today's tattoo, this week's tattoo. You've got to think this month's. You've got to think longevity, down the line. Yeah, are they going to keep coming back to me? Are they going to keep coming back? Because there's only one thing travels faster than good news, and that is bad news, believe me. It takes you forever to get your name out there, putting good tattoos out there. But believe me, the first tattoo that you screw up, or you piss somebody off, or this, that will fly around within days. More than it takes to get it back, you know. But it's... NJ, have you ever fucked a tattoo up? Lol, I will share my one and only mistake. Was over 8 years ago, but still me. NJ, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, and most people have. And look, the other thing as well is, if we're all being honest, depending on what sort of tattoo, how many times have you done a tattoo and you've done it and you think that's not right? So you've altered it on fly and put a bit more shading in just to hide this up or hide that off. But that's how you get out of it. It's just one of the things, but we all screw up. I'm going to pour that in there. Just woman, holy shit, that's fucking hot. Excuse me, guys, I've got another bucket coming in.
Just for you.
It's not quite low. I've got another bucket coming in. It's a Minnie Mouse one. Boss is keeping me plied with coffee. She don't want me to go to sleep tonight. Because obviously when I go to sleep, I start snoring and keeping awake. But yeah, so she definitely don't want me sleeping. But yeah, most people have. There's ways and means to get around it. They always haunt you, mate. They go away, they disappear from you. Have you noticed that they disappear from you, and then all of a sudden you might get a tattoo that's coming up that maybe a little bit similar to it, or it's just random. Then all of a sudden it just pop back into your head. It's like, it takes ages to get rid of them. Fucking hell, I don't remember when I fucked that tattoo up. Yeah, but there you go. Bit nervous, but excited. You will be. You will be. And if you don't say you're nervous, at your point, it's you'd be lying, because It's just how it goes. It goes with territory, and the confidence and the nerves disappear with the more you do, and the better you get at it. What's this? 7 foot tall bad man, afro, gold teeth, walks in, friend of a friend recommendation. Wanted. What's that? Loyalty. Loyalty is priceless from elbow to elbow across both forearms. Right. Yeah, I'd probably looked at a client and gone, I'm fully booked today. I'm just waiting for my next client anyway, before I even took that on. It's, I mean, yeah, have you ever done that as well? That's another one. Have you ever, and no disrespect to any of your clients or potential clients, have you ever got somebody come in and you look at them and you think, I don't really want to tattoo you. For one reason or another, it's like, don't really want to tattoo you. And so you go, no, I'm actually busy today. I'm fully booked. I've got, it's bookings only. I've, next client's due in about an hour, so I won't have time to do it. Now, anybody that's in the shop, running in the shop or out like that, hey, don't tell me you haven't pulled the trick like that. Do not tell me you haven't pulled the trick like that. What's that? He posted it on Facebook and someone replied saying it's missing something. It's missing something. It was missing the E from price. He had loyalty is prickless. Right. Oh, did he come back and see you? Or did you just shut shop, move to another state? He's now tattooing, NJ's now tattooing underground. Oh, he's gone underground. He's more wanted than an FBI fugitive. What's what we got here? Danik, I'll have something for you in May, Andy. Doing that Star Wars piece on my buddy so you can shush it about me tattooing. Was supposed to bring some real skin at work tonight, but I won't have time. I don't know. He's been out of it that long as Danik. He's rusty. He's having to play around on fake skin before he tattoos his mate. I hope his mate's watching. Have you read this? You know what I mean? He's having to practice before he goes on you. And that. But no, come on, Danik, get it done. Get it done, you pussy ass. And let's see it sent in. And then I'll shush. Underneath the cap P, there was a space to add R and shuffle all the letters across to the correct header. He was amazed. He even gave me extra money. Well, you did well then. At least to give you extra money and not a clout round back at head for screwing it up. Because that'd have been that wouldn't have been priceless, would it? Oof, getting a scut off that guy. But as I say. So anyway, Danik, in about time you went to work. He works nights, does Danik, and that's when all his trade comes out. Better off working at night. You know what I mean? He just runs a few districts, and he's got returning trade for working streets, shall we say. That's why he's always out on a night. So if he goes quiet, you know, he's got a client. What we got here, Wes? Had a client get a memorial tattoo and nailed it to what she wanted while she was on a visit with her brother, and said her fiance would probably fly out and get his tat. Cool. That's That's what you want. That's when you know that's when you know, pal, it's right. When you've nailed it, and you just know you've done some tattoos, and you sit back from them, and you're actually proud of them. You're really, really proud of them yourself. And have you ever done one where you sat back and you've looked at it yourself and gone, wow, I've even surprised myself there. I've surpassed my own expectations. Never mind the client's expectations. I've surpassed my own expectations. Because I have. When everything just seems to gel and go into place, this, that, and other, and everything just falls right, and it far supersedes your expectations. It's brilliant. But what we got on NJ's back. I was expecting a slap, but he blamed himself as much as me. As the stencil on for 30 minutes, only shared this to try help with new people. Yeah, honestly, NJ, it's right. Look, I've done that myself. Stencils, put them on, and what I'll do is I'll print it. I'll print on normal paper as I'm sizing it up. Give it to him, physically give it to him. Read it, check it, double check it. Is it right? Yeah. Same with names, same with phrases. Go through it. This, that, and other. Then, when it's right, I will print it on a stencil. I will put it on their arm. And while I'm setting up, they've got 10, 15 minutes while I'm putting inks out or whatever. Go check it. Go check it. Go read it. Double check that it's right. It's square. It's level. It still reads right. You still like it and everything. So that I get them a check 3 or 4 times before they actually put the ink in the skin. I surpassed my expectation by not tapping my wife's ankle, but by now I took my time to pack that triple black, and even 4 months later, it still looked like it was done yesterday. Weird, isn't it? Honestly. How you can just do something and it's just like it's great. And I also think as well, Danik, that some of it is to do with the aftercare as well, about how they treat them, how they how they treat them in the healing process. Because I always tell my clients, I've done the easy bit. I've put the tattoo in your skin. Now the hard bit there is you getting it to stay in your skin as I've put it in, getting it to heal right, not picking it, not scratching it, keeping it moisturised, keeping it out of water, this, that, and other, and give them all the spiel. I says, I've done the easy bit. It's now for you to do your bit and the regime, and to make sure that this stays here, because you've paid a lot of money for it. Why would you just abuse it when you leave? But some of them do. Some of them do. They just think they fit and forget these things. And I've seen work wrecked. And my own work wrecked within 4, 5, 7 days. Just because they clearly won't follow your instructions, or they'll go, my mate said I should be doing this, or my mum said, or my uncle said, or my auntie said, this is how I should be looking after it. Are they a tattoo artist? Well, no, they're a plasterer, or they're an electrician, or they cut hair. It's like, yeah, but you know what I mean? I'm a tattoo artist. You won't come to me and ask me how to wire your house, or if I'm going to plaster your walls, or something like that, would you? So why are you asking them how to look after a tattoo? It's just nuts, absolutely frigging nuts. Didn't do any script for a month though, scared myself to death. Nearly sent an application to Royal Mail to be a postman. Yeah, we've all been there, mate. We've all been there. But I get it. I totally get what you're saying. It puts you off your stride, doesn't it? It really does put you off your stride and put you out there when something doesn't quite go your way, or even if you've done something right, you know in your heart of hearts that you've done it right, but then it goes away, the tattoo goes away, then you get the customer sending you either a message 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month, or whatever down the line. It's not as it should be, and they send you pictures, and you can clearly see it's either been picked out, or they've been swimming with it, or they've done something to it, and it's like, but that's not my fault. But you're the tattoo artist; it's always your fault, and that's just the nature. That is just the nature of the beast. I've had people coming back for bad tattoos. They've spit in their own tattoos to try and ease the itching while they're healing. Fresh tattoos, they've let dogs and cats lick tattoos. They've been in open-bodied waters, and they just do not look after them. They're soaking them in baths underwater. They're bleached out, and this, that, and other. But it's always your fault. It's always your fault. I'm like, no, it's not. That's clearly not my fault. Take a photograph of every one of them. It didn't leave the shop looking like that. I've been at it too long for you to tell me that you've not done something with it. And they'll go, I followed you to instructions. Bullshit, you followed me to instructions. Bullshit, you followed. You haven't. You haven't. What's Danny got here? Awesome. I'm more of a cock like Andy would say. Yeah. But what you put here? I'm even thinking when I open my shop at home, I'll call it cocking. Yeah. Yeah, cocking. That's the one. Or why don't you just put want some ink, me old cock? Or get inked by me old cock. You know what I mean, Danik? That's it. That's the one. We could think of loads of ones. What we got, NJ? Yeah. One of the most damaging things for a tattoo I've seen is jewellery. Make sure I keep jewellery away from tattoos for at least 7 days. Yeah, but I'll tell you what I have seen that really is bad. Makeup. But if you want to turn a tattoo bad really quick, false tan, fake tan. Oh my God. Tattoos, piercings, fake tan kills them. It'll turn them nasty. Other than that, like I say, I've had people letting animals lick fresh tattoos, and they've even spit in fresh tattoos to try and relieve it, and they turn them nasty. But makeups and fake tans, oh my God, they do turn them really bad. The other thing as well is clothes rubbing on a tattoo, on a fresh tattoo, just in one spot. And I've done it with Sen twice, to the point, one on my leg, we just tried, because it were up front of my leg, my trowel was just rubbing backwards and forwards slightly, and it rubbed the hole in, because it were a wound that were already healing, just where I had the high contact patch, rubbed a hole in my leg. Wes, have you done any tattoo parties? Depends what your class is a tattoo party. What we did have is we had 3 girls come in shop. They were friends of my daughter's, but they booked into the shop. They come in, they all went through piercing studio first and got multiple piercings. Then they come out of piercing, and then they come into tattooing side. They all got tattoos, to the point one girl, it was her very first tattoo, so I made her go first. She got tattooed, got it done. When she got up out her chair, so that ready for us to clean down and sterilise before the next one could come in, she went, that were nothing. She says, I think I might have another one while I'm here. So tattooed the other two girls, and then when we were done, says to the girl that went through first, "Are you wanting your other one doing?" She went, "Well, I won't mind it." I says, "Well, you're here." So she sent the design through. I drew it up while she was there. So she went back in the chair for the second one, and I tattooed again. So they spent virtually all day in there getting piercings and tattoos. So that's probably about the nearest I've got to it, to be fair. Yeah, exactly. I'm the biggest critic, and I'm always will be. Set high standards, that won't ever change. And yet, I'm same. And have you ever noticed that? And as tattoo artists, we all look at our own tattoos and think, could have spent more time on it. I could have done that better. But that's just sign of a good tattoo artist in my eyes. Always, and not just tattoo artists. You talk to artists that your work's never done. Your work is never ever done. You could carry on going on and on and on and on and on. But at some point, you have got to stop. But every time you look back at it, you'll find something that you think, I could have just done that a little bit better, or I could have done a little bit more. But that's just the sign of a good artist, tattoo artist. What's here? I think the question was more, did you ever tattoo in your panties? No, but Danny, if you want to fantasize about me getting tattooed in my panties, that is totally fine, mate. While you're at work tonight, working the night, because I know you're not a lady of the night. I know you're a man of the night, and you want to do your business in your panties. Then that's fine, fair enough. And while doing that, want to think about me in my panties. That's whatever floats your boat, mate. You know what I mean? I don't know whether you're secretly just trying to edge your way out of the closet there and just work your way into a chat that you just really want to come out of the closet and you're just feeling for the waters. But you're all right. If you want to come out, mate, we'll be gentle. We'll be gentle. You know what I'm saying? Like all your customers will tonight. They'll be gentle with you. Don't worry. This bucket will finish at some point. I know I've got another one there waiting. That'll be cold by the time I finish this bucket. Yeah, he's definitely on form tonight, he's Danik, innit? I honestly like to tattoo in shorts and a tank top. It feels like obstruction with a shirt or jeans. I'm weird. No, you're not weird. What I'm going to say to you is wear jeans, right? Simple reason is there's a bit of protection if you happen to drop your machine. I know it's not a right lot, but if you drop your machine or come across or all happens, you've got a bit of protection, especially if you're using a client and you don't know the Lion forms and L forms. You don't know if they've got any weird ass disease, or you get a needle stick, you may be just up against, give you a bit of protection against getting a needle stick. But I know if it can be dead of winter, mate, I cannot tattoo with long sleeves on. I've got to sit there in a t-shirt. Hoodie will come off. I've got to tattoo. I can't tattoo in long sleeves. I just cannot. So in one respect, I know what you're feeling there. Bar than a couple of blocks tonight when you're walking streets and doing your man of the street night type stuff instead of lady of the night street. What we got, and yeah, well, he wears shorts and a tank top. He's well out. As I say, but no, so that's the only reason. But I just can't wear. I'm just saying I can't wear long sleeves when I'm tattooing. That does feel obstructive. It feels weird. I've actually tried. It feels weird. I've actually just tried leaving it on and rolling them up. It's not same. It's not same at all. It has to be a t-shirt. It's got to be a t-shirt. Well, I don't know if what we've been running now. Oh, nearly an hour and 25 minutes, guys. 14 of you left. Like I say, smash a like. Subscribe, ring that notification bell. That's it. Don't cost you. Helps channel out. Might get a few more subscribers. Hey, just as it is. But other than that, guys, we just hang out here, chill out. I have got the footage for the Rottweiler cover up that I did. I have got that. It's just like hours and hours worth. I've got to trawl through and cut down to a usable video. There's like 40 or 50 gigs worth of data. So, but I will try and get that up before I go away at the weekend. What we got here, NJ, and a quick question about the Ambition top. Does the needle recoil when turned off? Right, look, NJ. Yes, mine recoils. It will also depend on how far you've got your needle hang. But yes, mine recoils. Well, I can't say that I've had out sometimes, because you've also got to remember that the membrane and return the spring in your cartridge always helps your needle recoil. Because if you look at your cam, mate, the centre of your cam's fixed, but the other part of your cam is like free floating to go around, because obviously when you take it out, you can get it and you can move it up and down. So what it is, when you're done and it's round and you get a recoil, the membrane and everything else, the needle come back up. So that's a contributing factor. But yes, mine recoils. But if you've got your, right, let me work this out now. If you happen to have your torque cranked all the way home, tightened down, you know, the grip tightened right down, you may find that when it's running, you'll have 5 mm needle hang anyway, but like that will your needle hang. But when it's off, you will end up with like 0.5 mm of needle just poking out, you know, just very, very tip just poking out. But I don't run with 5 mm needle hang. Obviously, I'm adjusting. But when it's switched off, it retracts. It retracts, NJ. I've never had a problem. Touch wood. Never had a problem. Always retracted. I use Mast Pro cartridges. I do like them. I use them every day. I've been through thousands and thousands of these things, and I've not had a cartridge fail on me. And they do retract all needles. I've not had a cartridge fail on me. I've had maybe a couple of handfuls that I've got rid of for either not dropping ink how I like it, or I've not cleaned them out and put them outside and they've dried up and I've not been able to clean them out. Or I've had a couple that they've worked fine, but they've just been a bit noisy and I don't want to sit there and listen to them, so I've binned them. And I do have, I don't know where you reside in, NJ, I don't know where the UK, USA, Canada, Australia or where, but I do have a link to where I buy them from in the description underneath, and there's also a code under there that'll get you guys another 10% off. And that, I don't get out of it, just gets you another 10% off your order, whether it be cartridges, machines, anything on that site that they sell. I've been using them for years. I've never had a problem. But you get another 10% off it. It may just help you out. Money's better off saved in your pocket. Okay, perfect. As you mentioned safety, and Dan, it was saying he wears shorts, so I just forgot to ask you the other night. No problem. Like we said, any questions? The only stupid question is the question that you don't ask. And even if I can't ask it, even if I can't answer it, somebody else might be able to help you. And what's this? Just got a Javelin battery the other day. Didn't notice the voltage goes up or down by half volts only. Probably will collect the. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I do prefer to be in 0.1 of a volt. Oh no! Hey, I tell you what. I prefer to go 0.1 of a volt. I don't think I could cope with that, Danik. I'd probably send it back. I'd tell them it was broke or something, send it back, tell them give me money back. Nottingham, UK. You're only just down road from us. You're only just down road from me. I'm just up in Leeds. So you're not that far, really. Probably what, hour and 40 minutes, 2 hours down road, straight down M1. But like I say, yeah, I ship them straight in. I ship the cartridges straight in. Usually takes about, my last lot took about 6 days to get here. They're really good, whether you're ordering 4 boxes. I mean, I usually order 500-600 cartridges at a time. Usually in within 6 or 7 days to get here. And even down to the point that a couple of times they've shipped me, let's say it was a 7-round liner that they were short on, they'll ship it. They'll ship your order to you and send you saying as soon as they're back in stock, they will send them, and they do. And I've even had them send the bonus needles, bonus boxes, full boxes of needles just to try out. They've been really good. We've been really good with it. I'll just adjust with my hand speed instead. Yeah, you can do, but it's nice in it. It's just a bummer, to be honest, Danny, when you order something and it's not quite as what you want. It's like that bloody camera. I ordered a camera, supposedly 4K camcorder, so continuous recording, this, that, and other. And everybody's, they're like, couple of 2,000 reviews, 4.5 stars. I thought, too good to be true, this. So I ordered it. It came. You know what you're like when you get something new. It's Christmas. Opened it up. Oh my God! When I got it, I thought, I knew I should have sent it back straight away. But when you spend a day messing around with it, trying to get it to record right, it's like that shouldn't be right. Then I took it to work on Tuesday. Recorded a full day's worth of tattooing with it. Plugged it into the computer to edit down to put on channel for you guys, and all the footage was shit. It was shit. It were all grainy, it was fuzzy, it was terrible. So, needless to say, I packed it all up, sent it back, ordered a new one. This time I got one of them, is it like GoPro action cam type things? Oh my God, yeah, remote control, 4K ultra, yeah, that thing just great. It's not in client's face as well, and I've got it just above because they're only tiny. So, yeah, game changer. NJ, I support Leeds, don't say anything bad times. Well, somebody's got to support them. I'm not really into football, buddy, but I know my lad supports them. A lot of people do support them. What we got there? Wes, that Rottweiler covered up looked great. Thank you, Wes. I really enjoyed doing that. I haven't done a dog's head in absolutely ages. And I took it because it was a covered up. And guy was like, yeah, full colour, bosh, let's go. And, you know, when you just sat there, client's great. It was great to have in chair. It was great to talk to. Everything. The tattoo was great. The ink went in and everything just went in together. And I'll be honest with you, and I know you guys, and we've covered it before, the pictures do not do it justice. Unless these phones, and I don't know how they do it, but I'm the world's worst at taking tattoos. You look at it in real life compared to your photographs, and lighting's not quite right, and I don't do it justice, and I hate it. But it is what it is. But it was just an absolute delight to do, and that's the one that I've got footage of me actually doing that from stencil to finish, which I've got to edit down to put up for you guys. Wasn't that expensive, so it don't matter. Well, that's fine. But hey, it's just a bummer when you're expecting. You would think nowadays that all batteries would go up in 0.1 of a volt increment. You've got a bit more over it, and you would at least think they all come with a jump start facility, as well as having a standard mode. But some of them do, and I can't get over where you get on with these batteries that need a software update. Why does a battery need a software update? Jesus Christ, it's a power supply. All it needs to do is switch on, voltage up and down, and last long enough. Why do I need to do a software update on a battery? I don't take my car battery off and bring it into house and plug it into internet to tell it to charge up better, or more than 12.5 volts, and then go take it back out and put it on my car to tell it to run better. So why do I need one for the bloody tattoo machine? Jesus, it's just getting beyond a joke somewhere. Where's it was a Chihuahua lol, kidding Andy, great piece. I'm sure client was happy. Yeah, well, client, they were happy. And it wasn't actually a Chihuahua, it was a Pomeranian. It was supposed to be a Pomeranian, but I just went wrong with a few at lines and ended up, he says, you know what I mean? And he says, what we'll do is we'll turn it into a Doberman. And then I went wrong again and got face a little bit fatter. So we just turned it into a Rottweiler and it was fine. It was happy, just like dogs. So I would have to wait went out with. Yeah, it was a good one to do. I enjoyed doing it. And like I said, we're just one of them you got stuck into. And day flew by. It really, really did fly by. Great, just missed my mouth. So I don't know if there's any more questions. I'm going to rock on here for another 4 or 5 minutes, and then I'm going to jump off. Got a full day on tomorrow. You finishing adding some more bits to a New York in a 4-arm sleeve. So got a full day. Guy's a beast. He likes to sit and smash through it. Really good client. He went down to a point he likes to stop and have dinner halfway through and then go back to it. Great client, so looking forward to that one. We've done the colour work, taxi cab on it, and we just got Brooklyn Bridge and Statue of Liberty and everything to go on. Fingers crossed I can get through it all tomorrow and everything's all good. Then we can start on his upper arm and then his inner arm, and then he should be covered for the sleeve. Wait! Look who's joined the party. Hey Andy, glad I was able to catch the end of the stream. You had me laughing pretty good on that battery comment, lol. Wife says hi. Hope everyone's having a good day. Like I said, Dave, glad you could make it. I know you was on your live stream earlier on. I did tell everybody that unfortunately you're not up to doing the live streams because you didn't want to have your face on camera, because Alicia had told you how much it was for steak and lobster in Texas, and the shock horror of it is still stuck on your face at the minute, and you just didn't want people seeing that on your face and thinking you were tight, so you would be back on at some point. But no, we know you're post-op and recovering, Dave. It's nice to see you back up and tattooing at least, and it was a nice stream to watch. I guess you got finished on everything, but yeah. So gonna run for a few more minutes. I know Dave's just jumped in. There's everybody in. A few more jumped in, so like I say, we can run for a little bit longer. So like I say, if anybody's got any questions or they just want to take the piss like Danik does, and that, so we'll just sit here now. We'll have a little bit of a chat and get through anything, questions. So yeah, all finished for the day. Hope to get it posted tomorrow. Yeah, look forward to seeing it up, Dave. Seeing some shrooms on his side. Obviously not the most comfortable of places to get tattooed, shall we say. Cross ribs, abdomen, belly, and everything. It's a brutal place to get done. I don't know what time you got. Finished, whether you've just finished or whatever. But like I said, Dave's got anybody that's floating around and everything. on his channel, which is Art Something. He's got a new review out on the Amela Grand machine, which is worth taking a look at. I want to be honest, that took about 4.5 hours to finish it. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad to finish it. Thought it might have been a little bit longer actually, Dave. Around 10 hours in total. Wow. Yeah. Could you imagine sitting for 10 hours straight on that area of your body? I'd cry. I'd pass out. Yeah, you'd have to knock me out. You'd have to put me under general anaesthetic. You'd have to put me under the general anaesthetic. Is that the Danik? Is that the machine that Dave? Expensive machine, $900 Canadian. Is that for the Amela Grand? Yeah. I don't think I could get mine done. I don't think I could get mine done. No, not for me. I know. Last tattoo I did on daughter, I talked her into having it on ribs, and she even numbed up. And I've got to admit, when she was done and that, she did come off and say, "Dad, you're an arsehole for talking me into having it on there, because that sucked. It was awful." But so other than that, like I said, how are you healing, Dave? Nice to see you back in chat and back on, shall we say, YouTube live, my mate. I'll be just in time. I'll get this one done, and then one way or another, I'll be probably live on Sunday. But I don't know whether Dave's going to be well enough for Sunday, or whether I'll just do it on here. Then I'm away then, so it's all down to Dave. I'm doing all the YouTube stuff I can that doesn't require showing my face, along with trying shorts. I know I've seen them come up, trying them shorts out. Honestly, the cool to do, they're easy to watch, and everything, and I don't mind them. I know you already talked about it, but yeah, I enjoyed it, Dave. It was just something different. I've not done one for ages, and because it was full colour, and like I said, pictures don't do it justice. But even in the like tan, there's about 8 or 9 colours in there, and even through all others. And I just had a whale of a time, just running riot, and which you'll appreciate this. I filmed it all from start to finish, and I ended up with something like about 5.5 hours worth of footage, and there's like 40 or 50 gigs worth of footage that I've got to trawl through down and edit down to get a video out. So yeah, great. Not looking forward to that one. Again, cheers, Jason. I appreciate it. Again, like I say, hey, is this that? Come on, Dave. Showing your face can't be worse than what we're used to. Is that mine? Danica, you on about my face? But because let's be right, it can't be any worse than mine, can it? Crusty old stone face here of the geriatric. Can't be, no matter what it looks like, Dave, can't be anywhere worse than mine. I want to put a bandana on. COVID mask. Wes, has everyone done a tap out session? If what should the charge be for it? Well, I've got some different charges, mate. If they're booked in for a full day and they book studio to themselves, which is a fixed fee, and the tap out, they're paying for studio. But if they decided that they're going to pay extra, because it's usually on a discount rate to book studio out for themselves for full day. But if they're only doing it on an hourly rate, I'll just do it on hourly rate and suck it up, unfortunately. Yeah, it's always a pain when you get that much footage. It's always great when you get that much footage, but a pain to sit through and edit. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. Really are. But hey, I'm hoping I can get it done before I go away. Oi, Danik. Now I know you're lying. You're taking piss, aren't you? You're really taking piss. It's your sense of humour going overdrive here. It's just geriatric. Don't look bad for a geriatric. That's what you've got to say. With me Minnie Mouse cup. Because I've been downgraded. But look, been downgraded. It's no good. I've got a downgrade. And it's cold. Well, so what else we got on cards, guys? Come on. Otherwise, that's it. We're drying up in chat. Just as we get in here and get going. I know we usually think Danek's probably just on his way to work. Yeah, it really doesn't show on the stream that you have Down syndrome. That's just cruel on Down syndrome people, is that, Danek? That is really cruel. For them to look as bad as me, that is really out of hand, mate. I just, like I say, yeah, it's not fair on them, telling that, making them look like me. It really isn't. It really isn't. Yeah, that's it's pretty cold, isn't it, Dave? It's pretty cold, is that? And like I say, to put them in the same category as me and bring them down to my level, that's just bang out of order. I mean, you're really out of order. And for that comment, I hope one day you look as old as me. You look as weathered as me. You might do already. We've not had you on camera. We haven't seen any pictures. I think one day what we should do is meet the subscriber. Meet the subscriber. What we should have you take either a picture of yourself with who you are and email it in to an email address, and let's have, and then we can put it up. We can put it up on the stream, and then we can all put faces to names when we know. I think that is a good thing. We should all do and meet the subscriber. We need to get 105 so we can see his wife tattoo his face. No, the faces are getting tattooed at 500. I will tattoo myself. The face is not getting tattooed. I did not agree to a face tattoo. I agreed at 1,000 subs. Go back and watch it there. I agreed at 1,000 that the wife could tattoo me. At 500, I would tattoo me live. And that's on video somewhere. That's on video somewhere. For love nor money, this mush is ugly enough. It's not getting a tattoo on it. That's a great idea. When I send my link, I'll send a pic of myself. At least you can put a face, on that cock. Yeah, cock face. And that. Yeah, to be honest, I think we've been. I mean, like I said, Dave, I think it'd be good. I think just because there's a lot of people in here now that come on a regular basis, and they're here, and we talk to them, and we all talk like mates. So it'd be nice to put names, put faces to names, because you see, you come on, you know my name, you see my face, you know Dave's name, you see his face, but we don't know any of you guys. We know you as NJ1 or Jason or Amber or Danik or Cock. You know what I mean? It's one of them things. So it'd be nice to get a selfie, send it in, And I think it'll be, what's this, Dave? What I thought we said, like 200 subs, I was just giving you some leeway and said 500 subs, but hey, if you want to back out of it, we understand. I ain't tattooing no face, mate. I will get tattooed, but I ain't getting tattooed no face. Not a chance. Not a chance. But NJ, what's that doing that with me is a quick fire way to lose 1,000 subscribers. I ain't even got 1,000. I won't even worry about it, NJ. Look at this face. It's on. You all come and look at it. I ain't even got 1,000 subscribers. So let's be right. I ain't going to lose them. What's this? Dave's on. Yeah, they got to look at our ugly mugs. Be grateful. See who we're talking to. Exactly, Dave. Don't you think that's total respect? That will be total respect. So, meet and greet. It's like, come on, no bullshit. Get your best glad rags on if you want, or whatever. Don't care. Brush your hair, brush your teeth, or whatever. Send some pics in. Just send a pic in. Hey, my name is Danik, and then he can hold underneath him like that. Obviously, his convict number from where he was arrested. FBI's top 10 most wanted. You know what I mean? Just send them in. Bonus. But I think that's a good idea. I think we should do that. I think that should be meet and greet. I think that's on cards. That is definitely on cards. Because like I say, we put it out there for them. They come and see us. Get traumatized by our looks. And that. So at least we can do is get traumatized by their looks. Yep, Kenneth, mugshots. We're going to do it. We're going to do it at some point. So if you need to put your makeup on, brush your hair, clean your teeth, get some glad rags, iron your shirt, or just sit there with a knotted hanky and a string vest on with everything hanging out, boom, send it in. We know who we're talking to. Like I say, you know us, you know me and Dave, you know, you've seen and everything. So what we got? Did you get a haircut, Andy? Looking pretty fresh. Yeah, I did, but what it was, Dave, I'm going a bit thin, so I wasn't right sure which hair to have cut. So I had a couple of these ones across here cut and a couple up front. I didn't want to cut all of them because I'm going a little bit thin. And I thought if I have a mole cut, mate, and that I'll be bald and I'll and a receding hairline, and I might have to take up wearing a baseball cap. You know what I mean? People with receding hairlines and bald on top always seem to have a baseball cap on, mate. So I just didn't know which one. Piss off, yo. She says she's going to get me a wig, as long as it's bright green. Rob, what we got? Hey, if you only get a 12, if you only get a 12 subscribers to send a picture in, at least you have enough to make a calendar. Hey, that's a good idea, isn't it, Rob? Christmas calendar, Dave. Subscribers Christmas calendar. You know, with all the hats on and Santa's reindeers and tats out and stuff. Do a 2024 calendar for subscribers. What we got, Danik? It was the monthly haircut, the old folks home. It was. But like I said, it don't take long for mine. Like I say, I'll soon be on shoe shine, I'll soon be on spit shine. Just a hair or two, smart move, lol. I'll send you a hat for the future. I'm going to need one. Like I say, I'm going to need one, Dave. Can you see here? Look, my hairline, it's getting scared of my eyebrows. It's moving backwards. Yep, totally agree, Dave. That's awesome. Yeah, subscribers calendar. You know what I mean? Get some of the... let's get some of the good-looking ones. I'm sure we can do some whiz art with Photoshop. Danik, if I'm on a calendar down the month of October, I'll tell you what, if you're on a calendar, you can have the month of October, mate. You can have it. That'll be you. That'll be you, definitely. So Yeah, you can tell it's getting late. We're getting to 2 hours mark. Everything, topic of conversation sliding now in it. It's really sliding to deep depth doldrums of, what do they call it? Seediness and depravity. That's what's where we're going. Look at that, Danik. Amber even thinks it's a laugh out loud moment, but I'm just sure that Amber will buy the calendar just to see you as the month of Cocktober. Shh. Dave, I got a camera that's similar to a GoPro. I got a action camera, fully remote control. Now, and I got it because it shoots everything, and I mean everything, Dave, right up to 4K at 60 frames a second, and it does 1080 in 30, 60, and 120 frames a second, and it's tiny. So that when I've got it hanging over client, and it's got a wide angle lens with it as well, so that when I've got it hanging, it's not in the face, it's not right big, and it's not in the face, and the picture quality is like ka-ching, and it's continuous record. You don't have to do anything with it, and it also automatically charges. You can charge while recording, so you just need to plug it in, and then as just drop card out. I took 40 gig off it other day, put it in a flash drive, popped it in computer, and I think it took about 8 minutes to transfer 40 gig over. So it's a right little beast, to be fair. But I'll go more into it with you when we get back on, and I'll show you. When we're back on, one-to-one and everything. It's easier to show you, Dave. I show you everything. So yeah, look, going back to it, Amber says I'd have to buy it just for that reason. Laugh my ass off. Yep. Even Dave says in back calendar. Where are we? Yeah, it's 1 minute. Right, just quickly go through it, get it out of its little baggie. Well, it's one of these little beasties, Dave. Just take it out of it. I'll just keep it in its waterproof case. But it's just one of them. It's got a front screen and a back screen, so I can see it's touch screen and everything. Cool part is get a little remote so you can bag it up. I can bag it up when I'm in shop, so I can switch it on and off. I'm not having to touch a camera or out like that. 4K, 128 gig card, 1080. If you're running 1080 60 frames a second, you get nearly 10 hours worth on it. 2K, you're probably about 7 hours worth on it. 4K, you're down to about 4 or 5 hours on it. But as I say, it's tiny, and I just basically have it over client, and it's got a wide angle lens on it, and you can adjust in settings, but it has wide angle lens on it, cuts it, and then in editing software, I just cut it down. I can just zoom in. So it's got a massive coverage, super easy. Just plug it in. Just plug it in via USB. You can use a battery pack, you can plug it into mains or whatever, and it will just sit there, record all day until it's run out of memory, and charge. Super easy. The quality and everything of it is bang on, mate. It's bang on. Danny, lovely having you in, mate. I know it's at piss, but it's great having you in. Keep the banter going. Have a safe night at work, safe shift, and I'll catch you in another one, pal. Take care. I think I've seen Kenneth, night, brother. Like I said, look after yourself, and we'll see you in the next one. I guess Jason's out. As I say, take care, buddy. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I have a GoPro. It's always giving me problems after looking at that one. I'll send you whichever one. It come massively reviewed. Did this really highly reviewed, Dave? What swung it? There were a couple of other ones. One, it's got a front screen. It's got a back screen. It went right up to 4K at 60 frames. Not that I'm really going to use it for tattooing, video in tattoos. 1080 60 frames is enough. 2K, okay, it's remote control. But then I got I got it via Amazon, and it's dead easy. If I didn't like it, I could just send it back. But they sent me a voucher for £45 off it, so it's like what, $50 odd off it. So like bonus buying it, and it come next day. And it's been great quality. As long as your lighting's, Dave, as long as your lighting's right and you've got plenty enough light, which usually in a tattoo studio you have, none of these things, because they don't have lighting and they don't have same specs as a camera, but none of these things are great in dark mode, because there's no second for night vision, even though you can adjust all exposure and everything on it. But it's totally banging. And if you've got plenty of light, which I have in mine, and I'm sure you have in yours, it's just out of the way, in your face. You get a load of little mounts because you've got GoPro, bang it on, switch it on, switch it off, and just leave it on charge and just let it run and just forget about it's there. And just at end of tattoo, just switch it off. It's great stuff. What did they charge, if you don't mind me asking? Right, Dave. I don't mind you asking, mate. It's there on. It is, and I'll even get you a make of it. Comes in boxed up, beauty, mate. Honestly. Come on, where's my frigging orders? Your orders. Right, today delivered. Yeah, right. It was, Dave, it's the Ice Fox action camera, 4K underwater camera, external. You get an external microphone with it as well. So if you're using it as a camera and you want, they actually send you, clip-on mic. You get a clip-on mic with it that goes in. And if you've got wireless mics that go in via USB-C, and you can use them. It is USB-C in it. I'm sure it's USB-C for charging it. You can use them as well, but you do get a microphone, wired clip-on. Oh no, micro USB now. You do get a clip-on microphone free of charge with it. It's got all image stabilization, 2 batteries, but you run on charge. What did the charge before that I find? It was, I don't know whether you can see it on that one. It worked out for me £110. Did that. So in dollars, well, you probably got about $125. And then you take off. I had like £45, so you're about $50. So in end, it cost me 65 quid in end with big thing voucher off Amazon. So it's probably about 110, 122. You're going to get $50 off it. 120, what, about $80? It's going to cost you about $80, mate. What bargain that they've got on it at the minute. It's and I'm just pleased with it. There's so much comes with it, even down to all your waterproof case. If you want to take it on vacation with you, and even you get spare backs for waterproof case, mounts, sucker mounts, everything. And they always had the down low on good products at decent prices. Make sure you subbed. You never know what he's going to find next. Even GoPro doesn't have a mic option. No, I know it's mad, isn't it? But like I said, this thing comes and they throw it in, just little mic, little clip-on lapel mic. But the sound quality and the microphone quality on it's well, boof, bang on. I think it is. Picks you up from miles away. Obviously not in its case, but when it's out, when it's out on its normal mount and you're just recording in studio, bang on. Yep, if you won't mind, like Jason says, smash that like and subscribe. It just helps me out. It's a fresh, small channel. Just trying to get out there, just trying to help out. Just having a laugh. And it's one of them things. What we got here, can't beat that, man. I might have to pick one up for real. Yep, I trolled through loads and it was great. What we got marked, just checked camera out, but it's out of stock. 1 minute, buddy. I've just been on it. I'm sure it said it was in stock. Yeah, it's in stock. Oh no, temporarily out of stock. Yeah, flown out, mate. Absolutely flow out, this thing. There is a couple of others that are similar to it, but this one, I do apologise. Yeah, it's flown out. They're out of stock, but it does say underneath it, mate, that they are getting some more stock in. So it's just one of them. Banging little thing. Honestly, I've got this 4K camcorder, absolute pile of shite. Don't waste your money. Just don't waste your money. It's far superior. Absolutely far superior. And you won't believe that a little GoPro type thing it'd be far superior to a camcorder, but it is. It just pissed all over it. And I like it with having, and I wanted one with the front and back screen. So you can use it, obviously, if you're sitting there and you wanted to record yourself and you just want to do it, you can see a little screen inside you where it's all set up. And like I say, both screens on them are touchscreen, front and back. Unbelievable, honestly, unbelievable. But I only ordered that, what day are we on now? Thursday. I ordered that on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. I ordered it on Tuesday. Come yesterday. Or it Monday. No, come yesterday. Yeah, today. So they've sold out within a couple of days. Sold out. But then again, what do you expect when they're knocking 45 quid off it? So you record the dog tattoo with this camera, correct? It'd be great to see the footage. Right, no. The dog tattoo is recorded with my daughter's action cam, which is not bad. It's a little older, Dave, than that, so it's not got as many, is it megapixels or whatever to the camera. I've recorded some other stuff with that. The other one, that's one of the reasons when I stacked her footage up against the other one, the camcorder, it just pissed all over it. Then I've done some with that, and then this one is far superior quality to hers, which is like 4 or 5 years old, which is absolutely way superior to what that camcorder is. And it's got more, it's right weird because it's got more settings for record mode, the actual sensor and everything, and that is better, and more megapixels and all sorts. It's just far superior. But the one that I'm going to put out with the dog is done with my daughter's action cam, which that's why I got this one after I did some trawling, and I've got some footage done with this one, which is even better than that one. So it's been a bit of a process, but hey, it's got there. This is banging. But like I say, I've just seen Silly Sav. Hey Andy, I'll damn late to the party again. No problem, mate. What's weather like in Greece? I hope it's nice and warm. Just like I say. And that, I hope everything's all right. Max, you got the last tap. One lol. No, they had some left, Mark. They had some left. I swear to God, mate, they had some left when I bought that one. But it was one of them things. It come up, and I was looking, and I thought, yeah, and I put it in the basket, and I was willing to pay the £110 for it. And then when I went back, they'd put £45 off voucher on it, and it was like, well, that crunched the biscuit. So if you follow me on Insta, you'll see me a lot. That don't work, Jason. It don't work. Like I say, when we do this, don't work like that, mate. You've seen me, but when we do this, meet the subscriber, and we're getting you to send your picture in, and we can put a name to a face. It's all going to come into an email address, and I'm going to do it, or we'll do it on days or whatever. We're going to whack up an email address. It'll come into there, and we can actually put you up on screen so that everybody else can see as well, even Poppins, and that's it. And that's how we're going to do it. It's not a case you've seen us, so you're going to get your best Sunday best on, tucker and bib, showered, shaved, teeth, hair slicked back, get your Brill cream on, and take your Sunday best photo, and then we'll pop it up. And like we said, you'll get to look at mine and Dave's mush all the time. So we need to think where they're getting local here. Bye Andy, bye Dave. Who's that? Draven Queen. Take care. We'll catch you in the next one. And all the best. What's Dave going? Does it record even better than your phone as you did the last video I saw? Sorry about the questions on this. No problem. Pisses all over my phone, Dave. Pisses all over my phone, the new one. It does. Once you get in, because it's as well, this one's got autofocus, and it's got built in. If you look at the specs, it will focus down to 1 millimeter away from your project, and you can set, even though it doesn't have face recognition, you can go in and set your exposure and focal points that you want. You can either have center, off center, matrix, or all. There's loads of stuff that you can mess around where you can set out your exposure values, your background lighting values, and everything. And that I've got more. I'll be honest, mate. It's like both. Most of them are on auto for me, and I let it do its own thing, and they come out absolutely banging. I just set it on 1080. I set it on 1080 60 frames, which is great. If you're using it static, Dave, over you. If you're using it static, 2K at 30 frames is banging, mate. It's banging. It's 2K. Even, and the 4K at 60 frames is honestly, it's great. And if you were taking it, honestly, if we're going on holiday and I was shooting any video on holiday and you were in sea with it and all like that, which I intend to be, I will probably be using, because it's usually short clips, I'll probably use the 4K 60 frames. It's really good, but then again, I'll tell you when I bring it back off holiday how good it has been. There you go. So Dave just watched your machine on the MLA machine. You reviewed, loved every second of it. Dave's loving every second of that MLA machine. Really put him on back foot, because he was like me. Direct drive everything, direct drive this, direct drive that. He's got this variable stroke, a MLA machine, and it's a swash drive. And I think he come out at gate thinking it was going to be a pile of crap, and he didn't really have any enthusiasm for doing it. And he's got it, and he loves the machine. So there you go. And he's using it all the time now. So it just shows you preconceived conception can be wrong. I'm a sucker for a good camera options, just like machines. Expensive doesn't always mean best. No, Dave, honestly, rocking this. I'll say I'm going to take it away with me. We're going to take it on holiday. All mounts. I've just got tripod. What I've done is I've got a tripod and just got like a long little aluminium boom arm that can hang over with all these joints, and you can move it around. You can move it around. The good thing I like with this one, on your camera as well, and I know a lot of bigger cameras do it, but a lot of little ones don't. But on your camera, if you've got it mounted like that, you can just go into your settings and just press rotate, and it'll rotate it round and record it that way straight off your camera for you. So you don't have to worry about, you don't have to think about, well, I need to turn my camera over round to get image right way around. And I know a lot of cameras do it and a lot of editing software does it, but you can actually do it on that camera as well, which for such a dinky little thing, it's unreal. It's packed with features. Stabilize, electronic stabilizing on it. It is honestly. Rob, dinner time, just fixed a pot of chili. Talk to you all later. 2024 calendar. Take care, Rob. Enjoy your dinner. And yeah, looks like 2024 calendar's good for people. There's a great idea about the calendar. Okay, that's I'm buying one. Lol. What's it called again? Sorry, I missed that. It's called again. It's easiest way is for me to send a link to you, Dave. And that's going to be the easiest way is for me to send a link to that for that camera. But it's an Ice Fox action camera. Ice Fox action camera on Amazon. Like I say, Silly Sam, Andy, I would like to thank you again for your help. You really appreciate it. Anytime, like I say, I would all done all things, and it's like I say, just a few little bits and bats, and it just makes things easier. Not a problem, Silly Sam. I hope everything's working out well for you, and you get a machine. Did you go back and put a bit on? Did all your cams work out with the alt-right length? Because another 4.5 was, so the been 4mm was, but you hadn't tried the 5mm cam. Was it the right length? No problem, Dave. Like we said, people, whether it be tattooing, whether it be anything else related, and that, it'll put out. It's like I was saying to you, I bought that other camera and I thought it was going to be a good, decent 4K. Even though I didn't want to do it in a 4K, I thought it was going to be a good camcorder. It was a pile of crap. And how 2,000 odd people could turn around and give it good reviews, and pictures great. It was junk. It was junk. To be honest, the camera shouldn't have even been worth $50, 50 quid. It was junk. It wasn't the worth the box that it come in, and it was just like, how anybody can say that the picture was good on it? They must be blind. Stevie Wonder would have even said the picture were crap on it. Honestly. So it went back. All done and dusted with. Yeah. When I get a text, it's going to be a smaller option for recording tattoos in the other shop, so I think it would be a great option. Yeah, the thing is as well, Dave, what's good about these is, and I've even thought about it, I know, I've still got my daughters. So I've even actually thought about it, because you get all them weird mounts and clips and you can think. So actually on one boom arm across your tattoo, you can have two cameras. You can have one out and looking down, and you can have your other one out and pointing in at this angle. So you've got two little cameras recording at the same time. And they both run the same. And then when you've done, just flip your arm up and out of the way, and you've got two cameras recording in two different angles, and they're only that big. And you can charge and go as it is, and that's the one good thing I like about them. It's just straight plug in, micro USB, plug it in, both. You're just charging and going. I tried the 5mm cam and it was a bit shorter than the 4 and the 5 cam. I told them about it, this on their support, and they told me to use it as is. Yeah, but do you still get enough? Do you still get, when it's fully screwed down, so let's have with your 5 on, do you still get you like 4 or 5mm throw out of tattooing, of needle tattooing when it's fully screwed down? Because if not, and it's right, I'll be telling them to go, knackers, send me another one. But to be honest, 5mm is way too brutal. It is too brutal, is a 5mm stroke. And you can do enough damage with 4.5, never mind the 5. Like you said, trying to communicate them is like pulling teeth. Also, my battery died. It's been hell for me. Well, the thing you got to remember is when you talk to them, you're going to talk to them, and you're not going to get a reply. Because in China, you're not going to get a because of the time difference. You're not going to get a reply till the next day. So that's where the long drawn out part is. But the other thing you've also got to remember, if you're not getting anywhere with them and you feel like you're not getting anywhere, so is if you've got it on AliExpress, you can go through AliExpress's resolution center, and believe it or not, you can go through there, they will go in, and you can also request a refund or partial refund. So if you went direct to Ambition and let's say that their battery was €50, you can go in and say, battery's knackered, they're doing it. I want a partial refund of €50 so I can buy another battery, whatever, and that. And the thing is, AliExpress only give them something like 2 days to sort it out with you. Otherwise, you get issued the refund. So you can go through AliExpress to get if you're really, really struggling. But I found that it was okay with me. It just takes a long time because of the time difference. Because you're messaging one day, they won't pick it up while you're asleep at night. Then they'll message back, and then you've got to reply the same thing again. So you've just got to make. No, the needle lang is the 5mm shorter than the 2. Do you think it's been beneficial to record your tattoos and watch them later when editing them? I ask because I kind of beneficial for me when I was tattooing the things I could see. Yeah and no, Dave. Do you know what I get fascinated by watching them? Just the motion, and I get fascinated. I'm more fascinated, Dave, of watching a tattoo get done at higher speed playback, because what fascinates me is just looking at, you can see these lines going in like this, and it looks like you're going like that, putting ink in, when in theory you're not. You know that you just general, but it's going like that, and it just fascinates me watching them back at a higher playback speed and looking at it. And I think it actually looks cool. I just think it looks cool. But I could probably watch it. You relate to this, Dave. I could probably sit there and watch them played back better if I didn't have to listen to my own voice. If my own voice wasn't that one on them, because trying to listen to your own voice, it's like weird. It's weird, really, really weird. But when I was able to zoom in and really critique what I was doing, I found it to be very beneficial, but at the same time a bit frustrating. Yeah, but again, I prefer to critique with my eyes as I'm doing it. When I finish them, and just take on board, because I don't want to get into one of them scenarios where I'm looking at videos of myself tattooing over and over again and going, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have done other. I'd just drive myself insane. I'd honestly burn my own brains out looking at it. 'Cause every time I watch that video, there'd be something different that I'd want to change or I want to do different. I understand what you're saying about learning from it, but there would be just so much I'd want to do different every single time I watch that video. So I try not to do it. I find watching other people's videos, even sped up on other people's videos, beneficial and more interesting, just because it's me that's not tattooing. And but I do for learning, even just down to little techniques, even now. What we got? I just think in general it'd be good for people to record their own tattoos and rewatch later. As you could, yes, I do agree with that. As you're learning, Dave, I do agree with that. It would be good to record yourself tattooing, as long as you get a good angle on it. To record yourself tattooing, not for any other purpose than just watch it back yourself to see what you're doing and critique it yourself. Turn the sound off on it if you don't want to listen to what's going on. Just turn the sound off it, just to watch your own tattoo and tattoo processing going back. Because because sometimes you're just living in the moment, just going through it all and get it done, job done and away. Whereas to look back on it, and you can start, stop, play, pause, rewind, and do it that way. So from a teaching point of view, yes, I do, Dave, especially for people that are coming along, I do think it could be beneficial for them to just record ones every now and then. They don't have to be big, full-on ones, but just record one. Yeah, and I agree, yeah. It's super fun to see it done in high speed. It is. It's just, I don't know what it is, Dave. It's just super mesmerising because when it's done in high speed, and I don't know about you, I find it super engrossing because I don't seem to focus on all else. When I'm watching it, I'm focused on hands going like that, toes going, and even though it's going like this, and then it's over here, and then it's up here, and then it's down here, it's over here, and it's put, and then all of a sudden, and you know that tattoo's probably taken 3 or 4 hours, but it's in like 10 minutes, 8, 9, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, to a bit of music as well, to a bit of up-tempo music, and it's like, and it's done. I just find it engrossing. I just really, really find it engrossing to watch. And I love watching them, and that's why I like watching that, which I spoke to you about, that Alex Conte, his channel, and is like that, and that's why I just love watching it, because they're just like, shh, done, and you can see, and he's just got it right, and everything right, and it's a good thing. I just, something that I actually enjoy, and especially if it's got some up-tempo music. I mean, if it had some slow-ass waltz ballad type love song to it, it won't be the same. You'd be wondering like, I'm off, I'm out of here. But yeah, it's totally mesmerising, because it's moving that fast. Do you find that you're actually transfixed more on the tattoo and what's going on than if it is that it's a slow normal speed? You just sort of like laid back watching it like that. Whereas if it's high speed, you're more transfixed, to what's going on. I just think it's a hell of a lot better. Oh. Well, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to need another minute or so, and I'm going to jump off. I'm way into over 2.5 hours. About 2.5 hours and that. And I know numbers and everybody's got to get up for work, me included. I've got a long day tomorrow. And I've also promised Dave that I will send him the link to this camera for him to have a look at, and he can make his own mind up about it. But with that, I think what I'm going to say to everybody, unless that's it, I don't know if anybody's got anything else before we go. But if not, I'm going to start saying that good night. I appreciate you all being here. And I know there's 9 of you left. If you can just give it a like, any of you that's not subscribed or whatever, please do so. Like button. I know at some point we'll be back on Dave's channel when he's back up to it and he's finished recuperating post-op. And that will be back over there. I've probably got one more before I go this Sunday. Then I'm away. Then not back until I'm not actually back until, is it I'll tell you in a minute. Friday. I go on the 2nd, so Friday the 12th I'm back. So 12th, 14th, so 14th is a Sunday, so I might even be back on Sunday 14th for a live. And yeah, so I should be back on Sunday 14th, back live there, whether we're over on Dave's channel. Hope is by that time. Hope is back to good. Yeah, I'm going on holiday. That's it, 10 days, all inclusive in Mallorca. Shop closes this Saturday. We fly out on the 2nd of May for 10 days. So back on the 12th, which is the Friday. Not going to open the shop the Saturday, which is the 13th. Probably go live with yourself if you're back up to it, Dave, on the 14th. And then I've got the Monday back open on Tuesday, the 16th. So be all good. And that. But yeah, right guys, we're just getting up to that 2 hours and 30 minutes. And as I say, I will be out of here. Yeah, cheers Dave, I appreciate it. Should be good by the 14th. Cool time frame, good. Fingers crossed for you, Dave. Hope everything goes well, mate. And then like I say, we'll have to, whether we do it on a Wednesday or whether we do it in place on a Sunday, depending on how many people we get in and that. But we're definitely when I get back, we are definitely 100% meet the subscriber. So you've got now until I get back to get some of your photos in your best tucker and looking thing ready for email, and that's a bang on, is that? So what do we reckon, Dave? That's a bang on one. Is that we are doing a meet the subscriber, put a name to the face, subscriber one. That is a 100% definite. Is that one? It is happening. And that's, like I say, it's you get to see us, so it's about time we get to see you guys. Yep, it is. Meet the subscriber, 100%. Yeah, definitely happening, Dave. Definitely happening. So that'll be a good one. Right, we've been running just over 2.5 hours, guys. I appreciate you all being here. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell. Don't cost you, just helps me out. Just a little channel floating around in the big pond, just coming on, chatting, and like I say, just trying to do a bit. But there you are. Well, and what I will say, I appreciate it, guys, and we will see you on Sunday. Good night.